Out here working on the van once again. This K-member, if you want to call it that goes across, has been lowered down from the body slightly right here. The area that I'm repairing is this area. It cups in and around inside this shock tower. And I've been staring at this for quite some time, trying to come up with a game plan. And I'm trying to determine where I want to cut. The opposite side of that is right here. And that's what those two bolts were. I'm going to go ahead and take those two off and get an even clearer shot. Looking up closer into the top of the shock tower, it feels like to me that I need to replace everything from here all the way around and up around this curve. I got this piece out, and I think I'm going to leave this here just for the time being as a reference point, so where when I put this in, I can get straight to where it's supposed to go. If I cut this, I might somewhat lose this positioning right here. Just hanging around the house, you never know what you're gonna see. This crazy lunatic is a real daredevil. Have no idea who he is. So I haven't worked on the van in a few days, and there's a really good reason for that. I'm really happy to say that I have found a fella online that is able to help me get a big chunk of this van replaced with good Midwestern sheet metal from Oklahoma. This gentleman I met on Facebook, he was recommended by another member of the Ford Econoline group. I contacted him and asked if he was still selling van parts, and he said he was. I took a picture of my rust damage on this frame here, and he responded and said he had a couple of vans, and he started taping out where he needed to cut to cover the damage that I have here. I'm going to put some pictures up right here of the conversation that we were having through pictures, and eventually we came to an agreement on a section of his van that he's going to be cutting and shipping to me. So in just a few days now, I'm going to receive this gigantic portion of a van, 45 pounds worth, 2 feet by 2 feet section of steel here will be arriving in a couple of days. So as you can probably tell in the pictures, he's cutting straight down the shock tower up. Everything here is included, from about here all the way around. It includes the bottom of this fender. It includes the wheel well, some of the floor, this piece, the entire, I guess you could call that the frame horn of the van, and this bumper piece. Amazing that I was able to find that, and I'm so thankful to find this guy that was willing to cut and ship that from Oklahoma. You may remember from a previous video this piece, And I asked the guy from Oklahoma about this piece, and he had a few of them. He called it a weather tray. It goes right here. And I'm lucky that he has it, because this one is trash and replicating it would take quite a bit of time. He's sending a new one. Here's a picture of it. Also pictured there was a new bumper bracket. This one's potentially reusable, but it is so crusty. I'd have to work on it quite a bit, and it's kind of thin. So going ahead and buying a better one was a good choice, I think. So the van project in just the last few days has gone from me thinking I'm gonna have to piecemeal together a bunch of little tiny pieces, just fabricating up and come up with something, a solution to that rust, to have an actual real sheet metal, factory sheet metal to put back in place. I feel like it's gonna be stronger, more correct, and better all the way around. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, to watch how it comes together, how I'm able to put that in. I'm gonna be learning along the way. And one more thing before I go, I got a little teaser here. A little glimpse into the future. It's hard not to get ahead of yourself sometimes, but here we go. Oh yeah. Found these at a swap meet. Got a whole set of them. It's gonna be awesome.